had an experience many years ago in Weaverville. I've shared it with you before. It was in the early days of pastoring up in that wonderful mountain community, the greenhouse called Weaverville, in which many of our leaders were developed. I remember kneeling in my office. I would go over there early Sunday morning, get the wood stove going to try to heat up the sanctuary. Oh, Jesus. Until we could finally afford to get a heater, and it didn't work well, so. But I'd get over there early. I'd get in my office, turn the heater on, and close the door, sit there and freeze and pray. You know, my quaking was not renewal. It was the temperature. But I'd get in there and pray. I remember kneeling at my chair. I could take you right to the spot I was kneeling and just worshiping the Lord. And I had this unusual picture come to mind. I wasn't real visionary in the sense of seeing things. I wasn't one visual. I wasn't a person that would see things very often, and still don't a whole lot, but more than I used to. But I remember as I was worshiping the Lord, I was just worshiping and honoring the Lord, giving him thanks for what he had been doing in our lives, our church, and my life. And as I was doing that, I saw myself actually, my praise was like putting a crown on his head. And that was an unusual experience. That's not something that I would have imagined. And interestingly, this crown was a pure gold, and it had a mirror finish. It was like, it was a mirror finish. It was not etched. There was nothing about it. It was just this mirror finished gold. And as I put it on his head and I pulled my hands back, all I saw was my fingerprints on the crown. And I went, oh. And I had a moment of disgust because I was in a season where I actually disgusted my humanity and our humanity, waiting for heaven when everything gets perfect, not realizing how redemptive and how complete his work is in touching our lives. And I remember pulling my hands away from the crown and just seeing my fingerprints on the crown. And I literally went, oh. And I looked again, and every fingerprint turned into a gem. And it changed something in my life. That day it changed, where I saw, oh, he sees my humanity different than I do. He actually values it. He's not waiting for this life to end so he can get rid of, all the crud and then we'll get on with life. No, he actually values the redemptive work that he's done in each life in here. The moment you received him, the moment he moved in, took up residence in you, in me, he began to do something that was glorious, noteworthy, something that would spread his fame, his glory all over the earth.